Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh Shem, Al Shai B'Hashem, Rakakodah, Shalom to the 144,000, and the rest of you elect out there, Shalom to you all. And I'm going to entitle this video, I'm going to make a series of short videos, Lord willing, unless this Most High jump on me. Anyway, I'm going to entitle this video, Pete says, having a beard makes you weird. So they changed the standard of military that you got to do. You got to keep up with your PT, physical training, year after year. And give me a second. And you got to present yourself a certain way. That means you got to shave your beards. I guess you can't have long hair either. Let me do this here. I'll let you hear it. So this is a way. If there's a draft, tell them, look, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I can't change my beard. Just listen up.
Or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around.
Yeah, any rank in the military, 5, 6 branches, 8, 20 branches, whatever. You can't be fat, out of shape. You can't have a beard on your face, unless you special forces. And you got to do a yearly requirement. You got to be in physical shape, which they call PT, which is physical training. You know, when you go to boot camp.
Around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a 4-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is
PT, physical training
test. But today,
remember Gunnery Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal, was that Full Metal Jacket? Full Metal Jacket. It said PT, good for you, and good for me. And it's cadence. PT, physical training. So they can't be fat and out of shape. And they got a beard. So they're trying to assemble this army. It's no longer the defense. What do you call it? The defense is now known. Department of Defense is now known as Department of War. Proactive. Most High putting the spirits on these devils. This old Roman, and he compared this thing that they're doing now to the Romans.
At my direction, every member of the joint force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year.
Oh,
as well as
once every 6 months. You got to be in shape. You can't be overweight. You got to be the type of shape. The shape you got to be in is based upon your height, your body structure. Can't be all fat and sloppy.
Meet height and weight requirements twice a year. Every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already. But we're codifying it. And
so he's saying he's saying not just you'll be tested once, two times a year, but you're required to stay in shape.
I'm not talking like hot yoga and stretching. Real hard PT, either as a unit or as an individual. At every level.
If you agree, put an A in the chat. If you disagree, put a D in the chat.
The Joint Chiefs, to everyone in this room, to the youngest private, leaders set the standard. And so many of you do this already. Active, guard, and reserve. This also means grooming standards. No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. Long hair, standards, guard, and reserve. This also means grooming standards. No more beards, long hair, superficial individual expression. We're going to cut our hair, shave our beards, and adhere to standards. Because it's like the broken windows theory of policing. It's like when you let the small stuff go, the big stuff eventually goes. So you have to address the small stuff. This is on duty in the field and in the rear. If you want a beard, you can join special forces. If not, then shave. We don't have a military full of Nordic pagans. But unfortunately, we have had leaders who either refuse to call BS and enforce standards, or leaders who felt like they were not allowed to enforce standards. Both are unacceptable. And that's why today, at my direction, the era of unprofessional appearance is over. No more beardos. The era of rampant and ridiculous shaving profiles is done. Simply put, if you do not meet the male-level physical standards for combat positions, cannot pass a PT test, or don't want to shave and look professional, it's time for a new position or a new profession.
I mean,
now what if 50% of the military leave people in the part of the U.S. Armed Forces? What if they, nah, fuck this, I ain't with this bullshit, trying to make me a slave, fuck this. But eventually he'll say, oh, also you need to mark the chip. You need the chip. Oh, he'll say it soon. Got to cut your beard off. You got to stay in shape, do PT every day, including Sundays. You got to cut your beard off. No more beardos. So, but they'll call on God. They'll have you call on God, and that God is Jesus, white Jesus. You know, the same God that Nate got his zombies worshiping. So anyway, let me give you a precept, because I wanted to cover the beard. So you can't really worship God if you say, well, look, you show him the scripture, you know, I'm a man, I'm supposed to wear a beard, have a beard on my head, on my face, rather. Let me see here. Levit 19. We know this by heart. I just want to go into some ye shall not round the corners of your heads, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beards. Not supposed to cut your beards. Mar means to cut. Now I want to read that in the couple of versions. I want to go to the NLT, but the GNT is not here, or is it? Do I keep missing it? Okay, so let's go to the NLT. Do not defile your, do not trim off the hair on your temples or trim your beard. Lineups. Nate says you can have lineups. AMP, amplified. You shall not trim and round off the side growth of the hair on your heads nor mar the edges of your beards. Those are lineups, crispy lineups. Anyway, shalom, on to the next. So, hey, the bottom line is Babylon the Great is a hypocritical nation. This is called Babylon for a reason. City of confusion. Isaiah 24 verse 10. This is the city of confusion. Babylon means confusion because you know, they're going to push, you know, the Lord and the Ten Commandments, but then the law of the Most High, the Lord, is you can't cut your beards. So why is this guy calling you a beardo? They don't believe in the Most. This is not a God-fearing nation. They don't even keep the Sabbath. America does not keep the Sabbath. You don't have to. Places to go shopping and go places are open on so-called Sundays, Saturdays, whenever. Shalom. On to the next.